market research for government procurement. It's that time of year we're all coming off all these proposals, so it seems like a really timely topic. Today's presenters, we have Mark Turner, President, Principal Research Associate at Optimal Solutions Group. He's been working on national and international research projects, mostly evaluation and analytics, for 20 plus years. We have Sadaf Azrar, our Director of Data Science, who's been instrumental in a lot of our artificial intelligence and machine learning work. And I'm Tracy Turner, Vice President, and I lead our software development efforts. Optimal's located right at the University of Maryland's Research Park. We've been here for about 10 years. We've been in business for over 20 years. We've been a prime contractor for over 300 projects. And one of the core mission and functions that we try to work on in research is enabling real-time data and evidence-driven public policy decision-making. We've, over the years, developed research-focused software. One of them is Ravello, which operationalizes our automation and data collection, analysis, and reporting. Today, we're just going to go a little bit over about how currently market research works for us, and there are opportunities in innovation in the acquisition lifecycle, and some agencies are making a lot of headway, such as GSA and SBA and some others, and DHS. We're going to talk a little bit about one of our AI-based solutions and give you an overview. And for the last 10 minutes of our 30-minute session today, we'll have a brief Q&A. Well, one of the oh, I was just going to wrap up, Mark. I apologize.
Sure.
Oh, please go right ahead. Mark, sorry about that.
Sure. So next, we'd like to talk about some challenges in market research. I know many of you are federal government acquisition officials, and we're small businesses, so we kind of get from that perspective. But we're trying to be empathetic and understanding the challenges that you face as federal acquisition officials. There have been legislation and activities at the federal level, like the procurement administrative lead time, that aims to create efficiencies and reduce the time to award. And we started this effort and looking at market research and using innovation to help improve market research about 3.5 years ago. And some of the challenges that you face as acquisition officials that's particularly time intensive are things like, well, accessing different multiple unlinked data systems to find the necessary information in order to conduct market research. And of course, issuing the RFIs and reviewing the capability statement submissions is a necessary part, but again, it's also time consuming and burdensome. And then, of course, identifying the qualified firms or the potentially qualified firms that sometimes have limited or no federal experience. One is just having that information at all, particularly if they don't have any federal government experience. And then there is a lack of transparency. And of course, that's an important issue that we're attempting to address. But again, it's a challenge that's faced generally in conducting market research. Sadaf?
Thank you, Mark. So the acquisition lifecycle is what we want to talk about. And then there are certain stages of the acquisition life cycle that are ripe for innovation, where automation and AI-powered technologies can bring significant improvements. And we group them into 3 distinct sets. First, the market research planning, which is the part that Mark mentioned, is reaching out, identifying qualified firms, sending out the RFIs. And then there is the data collection and analysis, which is you get responses to the RFIs, such as capability statements, and then actually going through and combing them through and analyzing the information that you have. And lastly is the report generation, where you actually need to write the acquisition report. So all of this, all 3 aspects that we mentioned here, we feel like there is room and opportunity for innovation.
Well, just really briefly, I want to just mention some of the initiatives we've seen and we all use, such as the GSA MRAS, Market Research as a Service. And then Department of Homeland Security has a Procurement Innovation Lab, and they've made some recent announcements about some of their progress. And then, of course, GSA has an AI pilot. And then there's the discovery tool that the GSA has aimed towards finding 8A firms in socioeconomic categories within the GSA environment.